Hi, Junior. Thank you for joining us on Black Ink Cinema podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Before we get into your film choice that you picked, we just want to get to know a little bit more about you.
I started doing comedy after university when I was 23. And I've always been funny. I've always been like kind of cheeky, kind of smart mouth, kind of witty kind of guy. So, and everyone said to me, you should do comedy, you should do comedy, you should do comedy. And like, it took me like 6 years to like, be like, okay, yeah, I'll do comedy. But it took me a long time to get the confidence to like actually go on stage because I've never done any sort of performance before. So I was so scared to do it. It took me like a year to actually get the courage to go on stage. And I got really drunk beforehand. I went to a little pub in Stockholm. Yeah, a lot of Dutch courage.
What's your sauce?
Well, back then it was Stella, can of Stella, like 3 cans of Stella. That was my go-to sauce when I was younger. But now I drink like brandy or rum. But back then it was just beers, pints, Stellas, and I'll back them like 3 in a row just to like get the courage to go on stage. It was crazy times back then. I was young, so my body could handle it more. I can't do that now.
No.
That'd
be a 3-day hangover.
Yeah, and I hate hangovers are the worst thing ever. So I watch what I drink. You know?
Yeah, same.
When you get to your 30s, your body doesn't react to alcohol.
We have to be smart about it. You can't just be reckless like you were.
Very true. I've got a plan when I'm going to get drunk. What I eat beforehand, what I drink beforehand.
I'm laughing because I'm exactly the same. Because I don't want that the next day. I just can't be bothered to waste the whole day.
Exactly, yeah.
Waste, like. So you got into comedy
straight after uni.
Who were your comedy influences?
My mum, my friends, the people around me. Cause I got a lot of friends who are funny. My friends are funnier than me, but they're like kind of like doing kind of pranks, impressions, that kind of. So it's always like who could be the funniest when we was around them. So my comedy heroes, like Dave Chappelle's like my comedy favourite comedian ever. Dave Chappelle, Jamie Foxx, Chris Tucker, Richard Blackwood, Kojo. I was lucky enough to I've met most of my comedy heroes. I met Dave Chappelle a couple of years ago. That was cool.
Did they live up to the expectations?
My comedy heroes are always shorter than I thought they would be. The only thing, like, Dave Chappelle was shorter than me. I was like, wow, I'm taller than Dave Chappelle. This is crazy. Dave Chappelle's my favourite comedian ever.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And Jamie Foxx is probably my second favourite comedian.
So funny.
It's not fair that he's got so much talent, and I've only got one talent.
It's a good talent, though. Don't put yourself down.
Yeah, I know, but I wish I could, like, sing as well and play the piano and act. I can't act to save my life. I'm a terrible actor.
Have you tried?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a discipline to acting. You got to like all that waiting around for 3 hours until it's your time. Like, you got to wear makeup as well. I'm from the ends, innit? So I can't be wearing makeup. But,
I mean, you say that and then someone slaps a couple of million quid on a check and asks... then
I'll do it, yeah.
Once Junior Booker in this movie, you'll be like, put on that MAC foundation. Bring it on.
Bring it on. But no one's paying me millions to put on a dress. They're probably paying me like £20. So.
What football top is that? Who do you support?
This is Real Madrid. I don't support Real Madrid. I support Manchester United, but they're not really. No, they're not good.
Don't worry, I don't know why I'm putting that face. I'm a gooner, so that doesn't. I don't know why.
We can't be friends then. We can't be friends. If you're a gooner, then we can't be friends.
I feel like we have to put the football aside while we get through this podcast. So you have a catchphrase. Gosh darn it! Where did that come from?
Gosh darn it! It was a weird. I did a show one evening, and it was like for a charity or a kids show, and I couldn't swear. So I let instead of saying for fuck's sake, I was like, gosh darn it! It just kind of came out.
Yeah.
And everyone started laughing. Gosh darn it! And then when I try not to swear, I say gosh darn it, but people automatically laugh when I say it. So I was like, this is kind of funny. So it's not really my catchphrase per se, but it's a little tagline that I use in my videos sometimes. So and people like, hey, gosh darn it. That's weird. I'm like, hey, my name is Junior. I love music.
Yeah.
I love
dance. Who are you
dance.
listening to at the moment?
Right now, Drake. I like Drake, I like Chris Brown, I like Justin Bieber, I like Frank Ocean, Sam Smith, I like Alicia Keys. I like everyone. I'm just a fan of all music, all genres. But my favourite artist ever was Michael Jackson. That's my favourite. I think he's the reason why I started dancing when I was younger. I'd watch him.
Like everyone wants to dance and become a dancer.
I practiced the moonwalk for 6 months.
I can do the moonwalk.
And you did the moonwalk?
Yeah.
Everyone says they can. But
my moonwalk's actually quite dope. I don't need a slippery floor. Like, I can just do it on any surface.
You need... Okay, I want to see that one day.
Oh, yeah. And the Usher slide as well, the sideways slide. So
the U-turn. Oh, the Usher. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Got a battle one.
Yeah, well, for sure. Just put on... You get the playlist together and we'll have a battle.
I won't take it easy on you though. No.
I'll probably be over like 5 moves in. I'll be like, I'm done. I've pulled the muscle.
Make sure you stretch first, because I go in. Make sure you stretch first. Don't mess about.
So where can people catch you on your socials?
Instagram, Facebook. I'm not allowed on Twitter. A long story. I can't go into that.
Oh.
Let's not go into that right now.
Okay.
It's a long story. Say me and Wiley are in the same boat, but
we are here to celebrate all things Black cinema, and you chose Antoine Fuqua's Training Day with Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke. Why did you pick this movie?
It's like one of my favourite ever movies. I love this movie. It's just so entertaining, so dramatic. It's just so good. It's just a really good movie. It's not like a feel-good movie. Like, it's not got good.
Yes, definitely not a feel-good movie.
It makes me feel good.
What made it stand out?
When I watched it, I was like 16, 17. The first time I watched it, I didn't get certain things. I wasn't really about that life. Okay. When I watched it when I was a bit older, I loved it even more. I've seen it like 10 times now. So, but every time I watch it, I love it. I notice certain other things. I'm like, wow, that's deep. That's deep. But I love Denzel. Denzel, a big fan of Denzel Washington. I think he's a cool dude.
He's the best.
He's just a smooth dude. Like I'm not saying I'm like Denzel, but I wish I was like, because all the girls love Denzel. So I always try to like copy his swag a little bit.
His swag is just...
It's on point.
I'm even lost for words. I can't even find the words to describe his swag, but you can feel it off the screen. It's very air about him.
He does. He's got a presence about him, and he's an amazing actor. And Ethan Hawke as well. He's amazing. He done really well in the movie.
Yeah.
It's a great storyline, just from the beginning to the end. And you forget that it's all in one day.
Yes, the 24-hour crazy.
I didn't get that. Training day, one day. When I was young, I didn't get that. It seemed like it was for a week. I was like, oh yeah.
So much happens in that 24 hours that you're thinking it couldn't possibly have happened in one day.
Yeah, so much happens. So much happens.
Is it your favourite Denzel performance?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, wow, okay. Is it because he's playing a villain, a bit of a bad boy, something that he's not commonly known for? Is that what drew you to this movie or to him?
I saw him as the good guy. Because I didn't really see him as
I think you missed the point of the movie.
Yeah, when I was young, I was like, this is the good guy. I wanted him to win. I was like, yeah, come on. But yeah.
I get paid. I hear you.
Yeah. So, but he's a police officer, so he should be a good guy, but he's... he's not. He's a really bad individual, but I love the way he moves in that movie. Yeah. He's just so smooth, and he's just the man. And everyone kind of like... A lot of people don't like him, but they have respect for him.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, he's looking out for number one, which is what everyone does in that movie. Yeah. Because Denzel said that's his favourite character he's played. You can kind of see why. It must be fun to play like a bad boy, like something that you wouldn't usually be in normal life. And it's funny because like when Denzel is swearing, you take it really serious. You're like, oh my God, he's really out here cursing. Like, it's so out of character for him.
I think like that was one of the first Denzel movies that I saw Malcolm X. Then I saw when I was younger, I was into like more like Will Smith. Like,
okay, so you hadn't seen that many Denzel films before that?
Not really. So it wasn't weird me seeing him as a bad guy. It was cool. It's just like this is what he does. Probably it wasn't really. So I just saw him as just a cool dude, really cool dude. So, and I would love to play a bad guy in the movie. I would love.
Yeah, I think it would definitely be more fun. I mean, the all black everything was doing it.
Yeah, I love with the goatee and that.
Oh, he looked so fine in that film. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm not gonna say that. But
one thing that people or the critics had a problem with this movie was the fact that for a lot of us, probably you will be unaware of this, but this was the first time Denzel kind of played like an out and out baddie, the villain of the film, and this was the film that he got a Oscar for, like the leading Oscar anyway, as it's got a supporting Oscar for Glory. Do you agree with what people were saying, that he had to play a thug in order, a stereotype thug kind of thing, a crooked cop to get that Oscar?
So be it. There's nothing wrong with that. It shows his range, his diversity. It's acting at the end of the day, so you're just playing a character, and I got no problem with that. I think he deserved an Oscar from before then.
Yeah.
Really.
No, that's what people were saying. It was just a bit like, how comes he wasn't given an Oscar when he's been playing all these other amazing characters and roles? And then it's like the one time he plays a villain or a baddie, and it's like, okay, he's rewarded for it.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that till like way after.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, well, he still deserves it. Doesn't matter why he got the Oscar. He definitely deserved it, and it was like a great movie.
And that was 40 years after Sidney Poitier had won his Oscar as a black man for leading roles. So it
was that the next one, 40 years. Wow. 40 years. So 40 years.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're good enough, you'll get an Oscar. If you deserve it, I think you get an Oscar.
But representation is everything, and there have been times when people have been clearly good enough and then haven't got it.
I know, but I think in the future, if you keep putting out good work, you'll get what you deserve, I feel like. But there was a thing about Oscars So White a couple of years ago, and it was like, okay, because no one got nominated from a black. But I don't want people to get nominated just because it's a token nomination.
Oh,
I don't want that.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. But I think that wasn't the argument. The argument was that there are plenty of films and characters that should be up for these nominations that haven't been. So this is the first time that a black actor has won by a film by a black director.
Well, I feel like someone like John Singleton should have won it for like Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely, that movie was great. So Antoine Fuqua, well done. It was a great movie.
One of the things that I love about this movie is the monologue at the end, which has gone on to lead on to impersonations by comedians and have some of the best one-liners and catchphrases. Have you got any stand-up that you incorporate a bit of Training Day in there?
I remember that last scene.
Yeah.
He's just like, he's doing this. He always points down. Denzel always points down. He's just like, I remember, King Kong ain't got shit on me. I remember that.
That shit on me. Oh my God. I think I watched that monologue more than I watched the actual film.
King Kong. I didn't like that bit. That was the worst part of the movie for me.
No way.
I wanted him to like win. I was like, no. I was like, no.
So apparently in the original making of the movie, he was supposed to get away with it. But on the request of Denzel, he thought that his character should get some comeuppance. And then they changed it to that. Do you agree? So I take it you disagree with that. You wish they'd kept it.
100%. That's the worst. Besides that, it was a great movie. The end bit, no, I didn't like that bit. That's not fair. I don't know why.
What do you mean it's not fair? He literally killed his mate, jacked his money, and like...
He didn't kill him. Well, someone else shot him. And that guy was a bad guy anyway.
Yeah, but bad people killing bad people doesn't make it okay. Like,
no, it's not right, but it's okay. I think that's what Whitney Houston said. It's not right, but it's okay. Yeah, it wasn't. For me, Denzel was a superhero. In that movie, he was a superhero. He was like a black suit. That's how I felt. But maybe I was wrong to think that way, I guess.
Your perception of how you saw that movie is so interesting.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I thought he was a good guy, to be honest. I was like, no. So I was very upset. I was like 16. I was very upset when he died. Because I thought he was going to get away in the car. He was going to drive off.
Yeah, I thought he'd got away when the guy... Because initially I thought those guys were going to kill him. And then when he's driving, and you're like, oh, they allowed him to go. I was like, okay, all right, say no more. And then the mass murder.
That was a very sad ending. Bambi's mum dying, that was sad. Mufasa in The Lion King, that was sad.
Are you comparing Bambi and Mufasa to...
Emotionally, the same kind of emotion I had. I was like, no. I don't watch the end bit of that movie. I stopped watching it then.
Are you kidding? That's actually... I don't think anyone's ever compared those three people or characters together.
They're very similar characters.
Very similar animation, and one is a...
Yeah, that's the only difference, really. This animation and real life action movies. But yeah, that was very... I didn't like that bit. The monologue was good. King Kong got shit on me. I was trying to practice my Denzel impression.
Yeah.
But I'm really bad at impressions. It's just going to sound really bad. I don't think...
Go on, you can try. I mean, I can't do any impressions.
No, you're going to think this guy is just really terrible at impressions. Yeah. King Kong ain't got shit on me. See, that was terrible.
That's Oscar-worthy.
I'm going to practice my Denzel impressions. Like, all right.
I think that's the first time I heard Denzel say it in that way, like, my... But that was the first time he says it so freely in the film. It was just...
I love Ethan Hawke as well. It was a perfect character to play along him because Ethan was such a good guy, like a nice person.
Yeah.
And I was like to myself thinking, Ethan, just go along with it. Just go along with the situation.
How long do you go along with something until you're like...
It's not even the first day. It's just one day.
You've got him taking drugs, letting potential rapists go off and like live their life to potentially rape or murder another person. A girl who was like 14 years old.
Yeah, that wasn't good. No, he didn't let him go. Didn't Denzel like slap him up a little bit?
Ethan was the one who beat them up. Like,
but Denzel came along. That was a good thing because Ethan was getting beaten up by two guys, and Denzel was just watching, smoking a cigarette. That was hilarious. I was laughing when it happened. A lot of parts I laughed. There's a lot of comedy in that movie. People don't realize the comedy in that movie. There's a lot of comedy. So after I watched it 10 times, you notice little things. There's love stories in there. There's comedy. There's drama. It's got everything you want.
Apparently that role was offered to Bruce Willis and Sam J. How do you think they would have executed it?
Nah, Bruce Willis playing Denzel, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work because Ethan Hawke seemed younger than Denzel. Like, he had that like looking up to, he looked stressed. And Denzel looked like really like he knew what he was doing. So that wouldn't have worked.
No? Well, you're talking about the comedic aspect, and I think that if Sam J had played that, it would have definitely made it a little bit more comedic because there's just something about when Sam J swears, it's funny. It's not, I don't take it serious. Whereas when Denzel was swearing and like using the N-word, I was like, oh damn, this is like a different Denzel.
Yeah. Samuel Jackson is more of a comedy actor. But he's not a great actor.
No, I object. Okay, I object, and I'll tell you why I object to that. He is so good that he can do the comedy stuff, and it's hilarious. But there's other films that you're forgetting. A Time to Kill. Have you seen A Time to Kill with Matthew McConaughey?
No, but he's done like 150,000 movies.
He's done 50 billion films, but
he's done so many. I've seen a lot. Snakes on a Plane was probably my favourite Samuel Jackson movie.
Who are you right now? And you're literally
that movie's so simple. It's just about snakes on a plane, and that's it. I love simple movies. Just snakes on a plane.
In the world says, I love Snakes on a Plane. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that. I love that.
That's a great movie. What's not to love? You got snakes and a plane, Samuel Jackson. It's a great mix. It works. Only he could play that character. I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on his motherfucking plane. That is cinematic genius. You can't. It's amazing. So
probably one of my worst movies ever. I think I've only
Snakes on a Plane. What?
Yeah.
Am I
it was like a waste of my life.
Like, am I in the minority? Does not everyone love that movie?
1 million.
Did it win an Oscar? I'm sure it won an Oscar.
In the film, they had quite a few cameos, Snoop and Dre, and they made a few cameos. I was just about to ask.
They can't act. Dr. Dre is the worst actor ever.
He's actually...
Snoop tried. Dr. Dre was terrible. But he didn't say much, so he didn't do much.
He's not as bad as Jay-Z, though. Do you remember
Jay-Z? Jay-Z is acted once in his life in Paper Soldiers.
And he just mumbles his way through that, and you're just like, what on earth did you just say? But that was one of the worst performances I've seen from a rapper.
No, Jay-Z can't act.
So I take it you're not a fan of rappers turned actors, or are you?
Not really, but if you can do it, you can do it. But some guys can't do it.
Who do you think has done it well?
I think Kano, of Will Smith, obviously. Eminem done a good job on 8 Mile.
They actually offered Eminem the role of Ethan Hawke's character. Who do you prefer? Do you think he would have done a good enough job?
I think he would have done a good job. I could see him doing that movie. Yeah, because he's got the same kind of frame, same kind of build, the same kind of energy as Ethan Hawke. I think he would have done a good job. I think Ethan, big up Ethan, he done an amazing job.
Yeah, I think
I can see Eminem doing that.
We were talking about earlier, the film is set across 24 hours, and there are other films like that which are set over 24 hours, like Falling Down, Do the Right Thing, and Friday. Do you like that, or do you prefer it to be like across a few days or whatever?
I like it. I like it, actually. Yeah, a lot of movies that are done in one day, I've actually been a big fan of it. You don't actually realise that it's over one day because so much happens. So, yeah, I like it. Friday, it's amazing. You don't realise that it's just one day. I forgot that was one day, but so much happens. So, yeah, I like it.
Have you seen all those films that I mentioned? Do the Right Thing.
I ain't seen Falling Down. I've seen Do the Right Thing, and I've seen Friday.
Falling Down with Michael Douglas, it's a brilliant, just like, if you could have the worst day, that probably will sum it up. It's a good one. You should watch it. I was going to say...
When was it made?
Mid-90s?
Mid-90s. Okay. I'll check it out. Falling Down by Michael Douglas. I like Michael Douglas. He's
got you'll probably recognise the front cover. He's got like glasses and a briefcase, and he just looks like super distressed. But yeah.
Oh, and he's got like a buzz cut, and he's got a tie.
Yeah, he's got a tie, like a shirt.
Yeah, a black tie.
Yes.
Yeah, I recognised. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So film. It's a really good film.
I'm going to try to find it tonight and watch it.
So I was going to say, between Do the Right Thing and Friday, who do you think had the worst 24 hours?
Wait, Friday. I remember Smokey went through a lot in that day. Do the Right Thing. It's been a while since I've seen Do the Right Thing. But I've seen Friday like 100 times.
Yeah.
I love that movie. One of my favourite ever movies. So, and Ice Cube's a good rapper who turned to an actor, actually.
Yes, he is, and director and film creator. So he kind of just soared and went.
And he wrote Friday, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So very talented man. Well done him. And he's done a lot of comedy movies as well recently. He always plays the angry black man.
I think that comes with age as well. Like, I feel like obviously in his youth he could do these other roles, and then now it's like getting into your stride and like working to your strengths, I guess. Kind of like what works for you, and not probably trying to get away from like the thug rapper that he was in his youth. So doing like family movies.
Are we there yet? That kind of stuff. That was such a corny movie, but it was good.
So corny, but we need it. Why can't we have corny movies? It's fine.
Well, yeah, true. That's true. That is true. But it's got to be good. It's got to be good. It's corny.
Yeah, but there's some other corny movies that are not good and that do well.
Yeah, but when black people do corny, it doesn't. I don't think that's our thing. It's harder for us to do corny. It is. Because we judge each other a lot.
Yes.
We judge each other a lot. So if we're not on point, we're going to let you know. That's just how we are. It's all love, though. It comes from love. If you're not on point, we're going to let you know, hey, because you're making us all look bad. That's the way we see it.
I think the form of equality means that we are able to do mediocre stuff as well. I'm not promoting it. I'm just saying it should allow you to be okay and not excellent all the time.
Yeah, a lot of stuff I do is terrible. So
no, it's not.
No, but then people tell me. They say, hey, that was shit. I was like, okay, well, now I know, innit? So as a comedian, when I do the black shows, if you're shit, they'll let you know when you're on stage.
Yeah,
they'll let you know straight away. So, and I love that. So, because if you're really good, they'll let you know as well. They give you that positive energy. If you're bad, they'll let you know, hey, nah, we paid our money. This is not what we paid our money for. So, but it's all love.
So apparently it's police procedure, when working in narcotics to take some of the drugs and get to know the drugs a bit, like the PCP scene with Ethan. Have you ever had to get through a day, I don't know, a bit waved, a bit intoxicated and pretended that everything was fine?
Yeah, a couple times. I think one time, I remember I had to babysit.
Ooh.
And I was already intoxicated. I didn't know I had to babysit. Kind of like sprung on me.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that was interesting. I think those kids learned a lot that day about life, and it's not all flowers and roundabouts.
Oh God!
I told them the truth. I told them about themselves that day.
You didn't?
No, because they're little shits. I told them.
How old were they?
Yeah. I think they were like 2, 3. I don't think I could understand me much, but I think they remember it. They're like 10 now, so I'm a very functional alcoholic. Cause if I'm on something, I can still do what I need to do. But I remember I smoked something, and then I had to go straight on stage. I wasn't ready though. I just smoked it, and that's not good to do.
No.
So I went in there. I was just like, yo, and when you're high on stage, everything's funny to you.
Right.
So you do a joke, you start laughing. You're thinking you're killing it, but no one else is laughing. But you can't really tell.
Yeah.
So you're just doing your set. It's fun for you. It's fun for me to do when I'm up there. I'm having the best time of my life. But the crowd is like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? Is
that the last time you went on stage high and then made sure that you don't do that going?
I want to say that was the last time, but that would be a lie.
So you didn't learn? You didn't know?
I think that was the first time. I learned to like pace it out a bit better. Because that was like hide and straight on stage. It was like 2 seconds afterwards. I wasn't ready at all. I forgot all my jokes. I was just laughing at my own stuff. And but I had a good time. I had a very good time. But kids don't do that. I do not recommend. Don't do drugs anyway.
Technical.
Stay in school. Stay in school.
You plan it into your day now just so you can...
Yeah. But that PCP scene is my favourite scene from the movie.
Okay.
And me and my friends, like, you like to get wet. You like to get wet. That's what he says.
Yeah.
You like to get wet.
Yeah.
So if one of us is like really high, you're like, oh, you're wet, fam. You're wet. You're wet. You're wet. That's what we said to each other for like 5 years. You're wet. You're on PCP, bruv. You're on PCP. That was us for like 5 years, just cussing each other. So that's the best scene of the movie. And Dave Chappelle parodied that scene. He did a parody of that scene.
Oh, did he?
In the Chappelle Show, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't really clock at the time that was a parody. My friend told me, I was like, oh yeah, that's from Training Day.
Yeah.
So it made me laugh. It made me enjoy the comedy element of the movie even more. Seeing Dave Chappelle do a parody of it. It's hilarious.
That was a really sinister scene. And I think that's when you first get a hint of Denzel's character a little bit more.
There's nothing wrong with that. You're giving your partner, like, because he's got to do that. He said, like, you have to do on the streets. If you're undercover, you got to smoke it. He says, help. I saw that as him helping him. I was like, yeah, Denzel, good on you for like doing that for your bed, for your buddy.
I like it afterwards when it was like, it's not like you had a gun to your head. And it's like, you literally had a gun to your head. And now you're saying, I didn't force you. I feel like, okay.
Yeah, he does the evil laugh afterwards as well.
Proper. And just the way it's shot, that whole scene is, honestly gives me the shivers. It's so creepy. Like his face, everything about it is just so creepy.
Was that creepy to you?
Yeah, it was really creepy. I don't know why. I just found it like so sinister.
That was like straight comedy for me.
That
like,
was I don't know.
That was like the way the car's moving, it all in slow motion, and he's like, that's hilarious.
I didn't like it when they just slammed the brakes in the middle of the road and it was like not moving, like no F's given, just you're gonna do your drugs and we're not moving.
Yeah, yeah. And some guy's beeping behind him.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you saying? What are you saying? The guy's like, hey. That is pure, that is hilarious. You must have laughed at that bit. Did you laugh at that bit?
No. Did
you not? That is hilarious. But the guy's like, hey, whoa. That's comedy.
That bit was funny, but not Ethan taking the drugs, like being forced to take drugs. But
Denzel didn't force him because he's like, you don't want to do it, don't do it, then, innit?
He had a gun to his head.
But metaphorically, he didn't.
Physically, he did.
Yeah, metaphorically. I'm looking deeper. I'm looking for the deeper.
Okay, meaning. It was all a test. The whole day was a test anyway.
Yeah.
To see whether he could push his boundaries. He would let him get away with certain things.
He was training.
Training day.
Training's not easy.
No.
It's not meant to be easy. So you got to man up. That's all Denzel was doing.
One thing I have to say is when Ethan is saved by his good karma, because obviously he saved the girl from being raped, and then just before he's going to get killed, being set up by Denzel's character, good karma comes through, and it's like, you know, his life was...
Yeah, that's very fortunate. I don't know where Denzel went.
He left him to get killed. He'd set him up.
I think he went to the shop to get some milk or something.
No. He left him there to get killed.
No.
Funny.
No, I don't know. I'm sure Denzel didn't do that. He left to go shop. From what I remember, he went out to go shop, and then them Mexican dudes started attacking him.
Okay, that's
no
what
reason.
I remember. Yeah.
That's what I remember. Then Denzel comes back and like, hey, where's Ethan? Then,
he didn't actually even come back.
No, we didn't see that bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm sure he came. Yeah, I'm sure he came back later, but he wasn't there. You got to look between the scenes. You got to look for the layers. The layers. The movie's very layered, so that bit was jokes because he's just gone, and the guy's like, "Your friend's gone, Holmes."
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good that he the good karma saved him.
Yeah.
So it's good to be good sometimes, I guess.
Sometimes I think it's good to be good all the time.
Well, tomato.
So if you had to direct people who haven't seen Training Day to YouTube to watch a scene, I know you've spoken about some of your favourite scenes, but what scene do you think will like capture the essence of Training Day?
Just the first scene from when he's reading his newspaper and Ethan Hawke starts talking.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you want to talk over my paper? Entertain me then. Tell me a story. Entertain me. You want to talk over me? Talk over my newspaper? Entertain me. That just sets the scene of the whole movie. I love it. And when he's walking across the road to get to the car, he walks through the traffic and all the cars stop for him. He doesn't even break stride.
That was a brilliant shot.
I love that. That's the coolest. I wouldn't try that myself, but I would love to do something like that. He doesn't even look. He doesn't look at the cars. He's walking to his car, and he's got like a pimp car. He's got a Cadillac.
Proper pimp car.
He's got the hydraulics. Come on, Denzel. Legend. I'm gonna watch that tonight. I'm gonna watch that and Falling Down.
Yeah, please watch Falling Down. It's so good. One of the things I actually like the scene when he saves the girl, and then there's that whole conversation about what's the point of arresting him. I think that's a pretty good scene because it sums up who Denzel is, who Ethan is in this, the crooks, like just everything that happens in that whole beginning to end scene is quite interesting. He's just standing on the side smoking while he's literally getting his ass.
Yeah. That was fun. That was funny as well. That's
and then like justifies why he's going to let them go. I think that's...
It's long, bare paperwork, isn't it? You said that. It's bare paperwork. That's long. We don't want to do that.
It was a bit concerning when the shootout was happening and like Denzel's continuing to shoot and your son is like right there. I thought that was quite...
That's Ethan Hawke's fault.
Really? I think even saves the kid and like tries to shield him and is like, make sure the mum gets him out of harm's way. But okay.
I don't remember that bit. But yeah, I remember the shootout. I remember Ethan Hawke picks up the child, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Denzel, he wouldn't have shot the child. He's just...
No, I'm not saying that, but you would try to make sure your kid's out of the way before you continue shooting.
And Macy Gray, the Macy Gray scene as well. I love that
hilarious.
scene. I love that scene.
She
gives her a take-out menu.
Yeah.
For the warrant.
Yeah.
And he goes in there and steals the money, and then they start shooting him, and he starts shooting back. Like the standard police work. As you do, protect and serve. So, yeah, big up Macy Gray. She done a good job in that movie. She's better than Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre.
Yeah, she does really good cameos, like really good, believable cameos. Well, that's it from me, Junior. You've been absolutely amazing. Appreciate you taking the time out.
It's been fun.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Big up you.
Thank you.
Speak soon. All right, bye.
Bye.
Get your hands on a Gin and Tonic G&T box. Enter the promo code BLACKINK for an exclusive 10% discount on your order. Gin and Tonic. Sustainable Urban Gin.